Don in London, hello. March 27th, 2010. My video is all about recovery from addiction. Addiction to either substance or behaviour, or addiction to both substance and behaviour. And I've experienced both in my life, and I'm in recovery one day at a time. My addictive substance, alcohol, could have been anything. I guess we get to where we get to. Could have been food, drink, well, anything. And behaviour, collecting, materialism, work, relationships, you name it, anything to fix that gap inside, that emptiness. Not knowing that emptiness is very useful if you put useful things into the empty gap. But for all of us, if we take things to extremes, and that is from conviviality and joyfulness derived from anything, through to dependence and then addiction where we can't stop doing something like drinking alcohol or behaving in a very obsessive way, trying to be perfect or get to a place where we felt good again. We are all susceptible. It can happen to anyone, and it's not about self-will, trying to stop doing something. There comes a point when we go beyond, we cross a line, and we cannot stop on our own. And it took me a long time to get that moment of clarity. I was taught very ably to stand on my own 2 feet, fight my own battles, cover up, put a brave face on, and get on with it. Just get on with life, stiff upper lip stuff. And it kept me in the dark about what was going on. There's nothing worse than being ignorant of one's own situation. And I didn't know. So from ignorance to denial, when I realised there was a problem, and then denial kept me in a place where I could not get out of, self-will, run riot. Moments of clarity come and go, and we can keep on doing the same thing over and over again until we realise that maybe we do need some help to find to sober in the day, one day at a time. And I'm very glad I did. It took me a long time to get there, but I guess every drink was worth it. Every obsession was worth it, in a way. Maybe I'd have been better not having to go through those experiences. But how can we find the good of life without the less good or the bad happening? And March, in the fellowship of my programme, in the literature, it's all about letting go and letting good things happen. And it took me a long time to let go the obsession of self-will. So that kept me in the dark a long time. And it seems these days, with the help of my friends in fellowship, and that fellowship is AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, never do I speak for it, never can, never will, full of unique, authentic people. And one of the readings today is all about how AA helps people come and go and make good choices. But what is AA? How does it help me? And why don't I speak for it? Simply, there are no spokespersons for AA, but if I left out the story of AA in my story, I would be probably hiding an obvious truth, which is I didn't do this on my own. So I share about AA because it's helping me on a daily basis. Just an ordinary Joe going there with others who are the same size, each with different amounts of sobriety, each with different experiences and wisdom, and we all share it and see where we get to, hopefully just sober. That's what it's all about. Anyway, there is a statement of intent, or the AA preamble, shared at every meeting at the beginning, and it goes like this. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. We give it away to keep it. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. That's it. The only requirement is a desire to stop drinking. You don't have to stop. It's a personal choice. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. In other words, if you haven't got any money, it doesn't matter. Still come along. It doesn't cost you anything, except time maybe. And if you want to get sober, you suddenly find you've got more time. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution. Does not wish to engage in any controversy. Neither endorses nor opposes any causes. So in other words, we keep our beliefs and our faiths and our understanding of what is good for us. but we don't bring them into fellowship. We're only there for one thing: sobriety. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. So I'm hammering home the point: we are unique, authentic humans with one big similarity: a desire to stop drinking. And that keeps me on track, because if I'm not judging anybody else for who they are, what they are, and I try and do that in real life as well, or ordinary life, just being in life, try not to judge people, try not to judge their beliefs in religious beliefs, their political beliefs, their personal beliefs. I don't have to adopt them, nor do I have to endorse them, and that's the point of AA. It endorses nothing except sobriety. So it doesn't endorse me in my videos, for sure, because a lot of people would say, you're breaking anonymity, and the answer is yes, I am. But because there are no rules in AA, I can break my anonymity, providing I'm not speaking for it, and I don't. I hope that's clear. But sometimes we try and impose our will on others, and it doesn't work. We end up with resentments, unable to let go of them and let good things happen. So the whole program, or fellowship, is about letting good things happen if they can. And the daily reflections for today, this book, which covers the 12 steps, one a month, and March, as I say, is all about letting go and letting good things happen. Some people say let go and let God, or let go and let good. And for me, God is truth, God is love, God works through people. So I look for the truth and learn it daily. I don't know the truth always. God is love, yes. God works through people, yes. Beyond that, I have no clue, and I don't need to, because we live in the day, we live in reality, and that's spiritual. Spiritual living is living reality, the truth, loving people, and sharing wisdom. So today's reading for March 27th, it says here AA freedoms, which is why I could say all those things. And other people will say different things, and that's perfectly okay too. It's their view. So it says here for AA freedoms, March 27th, we trust that we already know what our several freedoms truly are, that no future generation... That's a very fast car. Very rich area around here, and I live in a poor bit, my flat. That no future generation of AAs will ever feel compelled to limit them. In other words, we are not compelling anybody to limit anybody else. Our AA freedoms create the soil in which genuine love can grow. And it goes on to say, I craved freedom. First, freedom from drink. Later, freedom from drink. The AA program of recovery rests on a foundation of free choice. Absolutely free choice. There are no mandates, laws or commandments. There are no mandates, laws or commandments in AA. AA's spiritual program, as outlined in the 12 steps, and by which I am offered even greater freedoms, is only suggested. It's a suggestion. I can take it or leave it. Sponsorship is offered, not forced, and I come and go as I will, based on truth, love, and sharing wisdom. It is these and other freedoms that allow me to recapture the dignity that was crushed by the burden of drink, and which is so dearly needed to support an enduring sobriety. So the absolute of AA freedoms is there are no rules. And the traditions and the steps of the program, 12 steps and 12 traditions, simply to offer sobriety to those who have a desire to stop drinking. And this thing of letting go and letting good. And as I say, many say let go and let God, because that is how it works for them. AA works for everyone as we get our free choice back, our freedom to understand life and have a balanced outlook. And if I want a balanced outlook, how better to go to a fellowship where it's great to be unique and authentic with one similarity. That's how it works. Similarity and freedom to be ourselves. So when I share the serenity prayer to God, all good conscience, as is your understanding, it's your understanding which counts. God, or to good conscience, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference is for me always just for today.